Let's get it, let's go, let's grow. It's your boy Monty, and you are tuned into Move Maker Podcast. I want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate us because this is officially episode 1 of season 1 of Move Maker Podcast. And what that means is that you are here in the very beginning of what I believe is going to be an incredible journey. So thank you. I appreciate you, and I can't wait to kick this thing off. Move Maker Podcast is all about having meaningful, inspirational, and entertaining conversations with some of the dopest and most successful digital entrepreneurs and social media influencers in the game. So if you've ever had the itch to get into social media, to get into the online space so that you can create wealth for you, for your loved ones, and make an impact all around the world, I'm telling you right now, Move Maker Podcast and these people that I'm interviewing, you're going to get all the tea. You're going to get all the inspiration that you need. And I'm super excited because on this episode, I had the pleasure of interviewing one of my homegirls who happens to be one of the coolest, one of the funniest, and one of the most talented influencers in the beauty and lifestyle space. She goes by the name of Roxy. I'm telling you right now, if you've ever had any type of aspiration to become an influencer, this conversation with Roxy is going to open your mind, and I promise you, you're going to be super inspired. So lock in, pay attention, and enjoy this conversation, man. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's grow. I want to introduce you all to an incredible lifestyle and beauty and fashion influencer by the name of Roxy. Roxy, what is up? Thank you for being here. You are my first guest, so you are therefore unforgettable. Not that you weren't already unforgettable, but you're certainly unforgettable now. So thank you for being here. I just want you to go ahead and introduce yourself to the people that are listening in.
Hi, everyone. Like Monty said, I'm Roxy, and I want to thank you for having me on being like the first guest and everything. But my name is Roxy, and I am a full-time content creator. I love all things fashion, beauty, and lifestyle.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Fashion, beauty, lifestyle. And you said content creator. So I was doing some math before I, got on this interview with you. And I know that you do a lot of content creation alongside your husband, who is also incredibly funny to me. The dude is he's hilarious. And I think that you two are like the perfect duo in everything that you do. But I was just doing some numbers, just being nosy. And I realized that across several social media platforms, you have amassed over 500,000 followers. Like you have I think you have like an entire state, like maybe the state of Oklahoma. I don't even know how many people are in that state. I think the amount of followers you have, okay, it's a lot. You can start your own city, your own village, your own something. All right. So
Yep.
Talk to me about where everything started, because I want to really grasp. I want to grasp your origin and what led you into being a content creator, right? Is that something that you always envisioned yourself being? Were you going down one path and then you had an epiphany, or you felt a calling in your spirit? So take us back to where Roxy started. Where was Roxy in the beginning?
So in the very beginning, this all started in 2017. I got obsessed with wigs, and I started watching YouTube videos, and I kept telling my husband, and we were just boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. I was like, oh my God, I just really wish that I could do wig reviews. This is so cool. So he kept pushing me to just start. And I was like, no, I'm just really shy in front of the camera. I don't know. I feel ridiculous. So many people would be watching me, and he's like, just try it. Just dive in and try it. So the journey initially started on YouTube. Still on YouTube, by the way, but the journey started on YouTube, and eventually my husband came and joined me on YouTube, and we would do little funny videos together. So I always say that YouTube was my first love with content creating and all that. And then after we got married in 2020, TikTok was like a thing during, the pandemic. TikTok became a thing, and we were like, oh my God, maybe we should start a TikTok. So we started a TikTok, and it got like 100,000 views.
Wow.
The one video that we did, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. Look how many views we got. So from there, we were like, oh, let's continue creating TikToks. Now, occasionally we would put them on our Instagram. And at the time, we were under 10,000 follows on Instagram. So occasionally we put them on and people thought they were funny. And I was like, but I never thought anything because I thought Instagram is just another beast in itself. Like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, they're just so different to me. So I was like, I don't know if we'll ever really grow on Instagram. So eventually, Reels came out. And when Reels came out,
thank God for Reels. Thank God for Reels.
Thank God for Reels, because we had about like under 20,000 followers because our little videos that we would post on TikTok would do well. And we were at like 12K followers. And then we started posting all of our TikToks onto Reels. And then from there, it just blew up. Like it just.
So you repurposed it. You repurposed your TikTok videos and posted it on Instagram. So you didn't do anything different. You just took what was already proven to be successful, and you said, hey, I'm going to put it on a new platform in a new world and see how it does.
Yes, exactly. Now, what I found was that not all TikTok trends are going to do well on Instagram. Certain trends are just like TikTok trends. You just need to leave it there. And then certain things are more like relatable. People like that on Instagram. So both accounts started growing, TikTok and Instagram. TikTok was growing a lot faster. Wow. We reached like almost 350,000 followers on there at the time. And then our Instagram had like 40,000 followers.
Wow.
Like when Reels first came out.
Wow.
And then, yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay. And then this was like October of 2020. This was just last year. So then we were at 40,000 followers then. And I was just like, I really hate my job. Like I was just crying. Like there were days that I would literally cry after work. That's how much it stressed me out. So I was auto insurance agent.
Okay.
So I sold car insurance. And
okay. How long were you doing that for? I'm sorry to cut you off.
I was doing that. No, you're fine. I was doing that for about 2 years.
2 years.
Before that, I was doing health insurance.
Got it.
For 4 years.
Got it. For 4 years. So 6 years in the insurance space in general before you just had enough and you said, I got to try something different. Right?
Yes. I was crying. I would literally cry after work every day. And my husband was like, just when we moved up here in October last year to South Carolina, I said up here, like everyone knows. So we were in Florida and then we moved to South Carolina. And then my husband was just like, just quit. And I was like, no, at the time we weren't making much money. I mean, we just had YouTube still that would bring in like a couple thousands, which was good. Yeah. But I was nervous. I was like, I don't know. Can people really make money from brand deals? Like I hear people talking about it, but I don't really know how it works. And we only had 40,000 followers at the time. So I just took a chance.
Only 40,000 people.
Yeah. Well, because I just felt like the other people that were getting big brand deals, I felt like they had like so many followers. And I'm like, geez, how are they? And I felt like, well, we can't get big brand deals with 40, but that was a lie. That was totally a lie. And I learned that with my personal Instagram page. When I decided to do that November of last year.
Okay.
So I started my personal Instagram, and then that way we ended up with 2 Instagrams, 2 YouTube channels, and then now 2 TikToks. I just started my personal TikTok.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right. Yeah. Because you out here dropping bombs, you dropping accolades, you dropping sauce. I got to backtrack a little bit because I want to make sure people are really following along with your journey, right?
Yes.
And I know we got a short amount of time, but I want to pack as much value into this and perspective into this as possible. So at first you had joint social media accounts on TikTok, right? Mm-hmm. YouTube and Instagram. And then eventually you started branching out to create your own profiles, right? Your own accounts on these same platforms. And you started kind of building your own personal brand apart from, you and your husband as a couple, right?
Yes.
So when you mentioned that you had been making a couple $1,000s from YouTube alone, is this per month, per week, per quarter?
Yeah, YouTube only pays you once per month.
Per month. Okay. So you got couple G's, couple stacks coming in every month from YouTube. This is on top of your job, right? This is before you decided to leave your job.
This was like right when I decided to leave my job. That's all that I really had for income was mainly YouTube.
Got you. Wow. Okay. So you were
Mhm.
really, you were taking a leap of faith. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you had enough, the mustard seed of faith that things would work out
Yeah.
was there, right? You had the
Yeah.
mustard seed of faith, which was you've made money from YouTube. So you knew
Yes.
all I have
Yes.
to do is just put my foot down, double down
Yep.
on what the time, the creativity that I'm investing, and
Hmm.
I can make these YouTube numbers jump. And I can also branch out onto other platforms and create a presence over there to see what happens from that too. Is that right?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. All right. So keep it rocking. So go ahead. Back, you created your own personal Instagram and go ahead.
Yeah. I didn't think that. I was scared to do that just because I didn't think no one would like me. I thought that they mainly liked us as a couple. I was like, no one's gonna like me. They like us as a couple.
Wow.
And then I just kept going. I really didn't know what I was doing, to be honest. I just till now. Some days I feel like I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm
Mm.
just going and going and going. And then by December, January-ish, I started I did this just to see if it was possible. So I
Mm.
reached out to like 5 brands to get free stuff for promotion. I didn't know that they would actually pay us, so I did it for free, and we did that on our
Wow.
couples page, and I got away with it. And I was like, okay, so this really worked.
Okay. Let's do this again.
Maybe we should ask for pay at some point. And
Yeah.
I was like, like I'm talking to other influencers and content creators just to kind of like pick their brains and
Yeah.
learn. And they're telling me there are apps you can apply to work, to do certain promotions and stuff. And I was like, oh wow, this was like, oh
Mm.
okay, there are apps that you
Mm.
can apply to do partnerships. So I was like,
Wow.
okay. And then that's how that started. And then yeah, it's just from there, my personal page, I started in November, but my very first paid brand deal, I got in February, March. Yeah,
How many
2020.
followers did you have at that point in time? This is what, 2, 3 months later. How many followers did you
Yeah.
have on your personal page when you got that first brand deal?
Right under 20,000.
Under 20,000. And
Yep.
now I know that you were repurposing your TikTok content to your Instagram page, right? And I'm
Hmm.
assuming that was with your couples page. Were you doing the same thing for your personal page as well?
No, I literally just started a personal TikTok like a month ago.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
So I had to
So
create everything new for Roxley.
wow. So
Yeah.
you started a whole new world for yourself as an individual, like an individual personal brand.
Yeah.
And within a matter of just a few months, you were able to just build up that following like crazy, obviously, which is a result of massive engagement and viewership on your TikTok content, and then
Yes.
branching that over or repurposing that to Instagram. And the cool thing about that is that I know on TikTok, I'm not using TikTok as often as I should. I'm not afraid to say that. I have posted my very first TikTok video maybe a couple of weeks ago from this point.
Very nice.
It's racking up some views and stuff like that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
that's neither here nor there. But I know that you can actually attach your Instagram link to your TikTok page.
Yes.
And from TikTok, people can say, hey, oh, they have an Instagram. I want to check that out too.
Yes.
So you were strategically leveraging the power of one platform to
Uh-huh.
drive traffic towards a second
Yes.
platform. That is
Yes.
that's genius. Tell me
What's
more about that strategy. Like, how did you have to have certain calls to action? Did you say, "Hey, check me out on Instagram"? Were you posting anything different on your Instagram than you were posting on TikTok? Because obviously Instagram allows you to post pictures too.
mainly pictures is what we were posting on Instagram. Mainly pictures. We would do a couple of reels here and there, but we had. It's funny that you say that because just last weekend, people are commenting saying, "I'm ready for you guys to start making YouTube coins," and I was like, "Oh my god, they don't know we have a YouTube."
Wow.
So I was
Wow.
like, "These people, we haven't talked about YouTube in months." Like we literally haven't talked about it. Now we have about 70,000 followers on YouTube.
Oh my God. Go ahead and flex on them, Roxy. Flex on them one time.
Yes, that's our couples page. And then for my personal YouTube, I have about 30,000. And then our couples TikTok has about 740,000.
Hey, what's up? Real quick, I know you're enjoying the episode. I just wanted to pop in here and I wanted to let you know that if you are trying to use Instagram to grow a brand, become an influencer, build a community, or monetize and make money, but you're struggling with your strategy, you're struggling to find your target audience, listen, I want to help you out. Follow me on Instagram at Monty Lands. Tap the bell icon on my profile to turn post notifications on so that you don't miss any of the value that I share. And hey, listen, don't hesitate to shoot me a DM and say hello because I'd love to chat with you. All right, follow me on Instagram and I can't wait to help you get to the next level. All right, back to the episode.
So that's on the way to a million.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me this whole time I gypped you out of like another so you have over 1 million followers actually.
No, well, close. 740, close. It literally just happened. It just happened like 2 weeks ago. We were at 500,000. We were at like 500,000, and then a video just popped off.
Oh my
god! That video popped off, and then now we're at like 740,000 followers on TikTok. Now they're not really clicking our Instagram.
But I'm talking about all your social media combined. You're over 1 million followers.
Yes, all of them combined. Yes.
Roxy, you better go ahead and flex on them. Can I borrow like 10,000? Can you just tell like 10,000 of your followers to come on over to Monty Lands? Come check your boy out.
Yes, yes.
That is that's incredible, Roxy. Like I really commend you. I genuinely commend you and also your husband because he's in the trenches with you doing this work. I commend y'all just for the faith, right? Number one is the faith. I'm a faith-driven person, right?
Yeah,
I'm a believer. And it takes faith, right? Belief in something that you cannot see right now, but you have hopes that it's possible and it will come to fruition. And you're letting go of something that is guaranteed money, right?
Yes.
But you said you were literally having emotional breakdowns, right? You were crying at times because you just hated your job. And maybe it was you hated your job. Maybe it was just the lifestyle that the job kind of forced you into, right? It kind of cages you in. And there's thousands, not even tens, hundreds of thousands, millions of people who are in a situation right now where they're working a job, and they have this itch, this calling, this epiphany that they're destined to be doing something else. But it's going to require them to start fresh, to start new. And they have to take a leap, right? They can't really do too much straddling. They can straddle for a little bit. But the weight of dabbling into that new venture while still upkeeping that job, it's weighing them down mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and even physically. So I know for a fact that there's a lot of people who can relate to that phase of your life, right? When you're transitioning into becoming a creator. Can you and you also talked about being nervous, right? About starting your own page. So these are real life emotions, right? That I want everybody who's listening to really understand. So if you don't mind like diving into that, like in that moment of time when you were having these emotional breakdowns and you were ready to make a transition and you were scared to just go all in on YouTube, what are some of the self-limiting beliefs that came to mind that may have thrown you off track if you didn't have the encouragement from your husband and other positive figures in your life? What are the self-limiting beliefs and thoughts that came to your mind when you were in a room by yourself, just you and Roxy?
I just thought, can I really do this? Can I really make money from this? What if it doesn't work out? But I very, very, very quickly got out of that space because I'm the type of person, if I keep dwelling on it, I won't do it. And then once I do it, there's no turning back and I'm just going to keep going and moving forward.
Wow.
So I just had to stop talking to myself like that. I had to stop telling myself, what if it doesn't work out? And I saw a quote that said something about, because I was already trying to make a plan B if this doesn't work out. And I saw a quote that said something about like basically don't make a plan B because you're planning on plan A to fail. And
Right.
okay. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm waiting for this to fail, and I'm not even really giving it 100%. So I just stopped thinking about not making money right away. But we were making money right away, and I was kind of shocked about that. I was like, oh wow, okay, this is gonna work out. This is gonna work out. I'm just gonna keep pushing and keep trying. So yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Yeah. I think that, you had that glimpse of hope, right? Because you saw
Yeah.
that there was a little bit of money coming in, and you know that, hey, it's just about multiplying it, right?
Right.
What advice can you give to somebody who's listening to this, who right now is maybe working a full-time job, or maybe even juggling two different jobs? Maybe they have kids and they have this itch to do something different, right? To branch out. They want to get into the social media influencing world, or the social media branding world, or the digital entrepreneurship world in general. But they haven't had that glimpse of hope in
Yeah.
terms of having money already shown itself. What's the
Right.
advice you would give to them in terms of taking the leap or making the transition into what their calling is, what their new calling is?
First, I would recommend to have something saved up. That is one thing I did forget to mention, is that I did have savings. I did have some money saved up. And I mean, I know for a lot of people who may be like single moms or, something like that, definitely start saving. If you know you want to get out of that situation that you're in, start saving. And then you want to actually start building your social media presence if that's what you want to do. Start building that, like start taking pictures. Like you have to be consistent, but if you don't have a passion for it, or if you just don't feel like like I tell people that all the time, if you don't like it, don't do it, because you're not going to get very
Right.
far with that mindset.
Right.
But definitely have a savings, and you just have to get started. Like stop thinking about making everything perfect, because it's not going to be perfect at first at all. Trial and error,
So true. So true. I love that. No, that's beautiful, because I'm thinking about the whole savings aspect, right? A lot of people, they don't understand that part of the process and transitioning from being an employee to being a full-time entrepreneur, a full-time employee to a full-time entrepreneur. And part of it is because the big influencers out there, the multi-million, billion-dollar brand owners and CEOs and executives, they're not really talking about that part of the journey, right? How they had to save $20,000. They spent 10 months, 24 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years saving up a certain amount of money before they said, hey, listen, I'm out. I'm leaving this job. I'm not coming back. And the average person, when they don't hear that part of the story, they're thinking that everybody's just jumping off the cliff, like no savings, no nothing. Like,
yeah, that's true.
We out here, we about to go viral, we about to get this cash, you know what I'm saying? We outside, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the truth is,
exactly.
You actually have to have a financial strategy too. You got to have a cushion, because if you are going to take that leap, if you are going to quit your job or go from working part-time to go from working full-time to working part-time, you got to have that financial cushion that's going to give you the peace of mind that allows you to actually fully focus on this new venture that you're stepping into, whether you're starting a Shopify, you're starting a TikTok, a YouTube, online business, right? You don't want to be trying to build a new platform or a new community or a new business, whatever it may be. And in the back of your mind, you're still dreading, and you're still overwhelmed, and you're still stressed out about not having money to pay bills on the, pay bills and put food on it. So I think I appreciate you sharing that, because that's important to know. Like, hey, I made responsible decisions before I took this leap of faith, right? And taking a leap of faith is encouraged, but you can do it irresponsibly, right? If you don't have your I's dotted and your T's crossed, you could be making a leap irresponsibly. So, and credit to the people who did make that irresponsible leap and it worked out for them. All right, bless you. But for most people, it really doesn't. It doesn't work out that way. And I appreciate you sharing that, because that's something extremely important to know. And listen, if it takes you a year, right, to save up enough money to walk away from your job, if it takes you 2 years, if it takes you 3 years, embrace that time period. Don't rush the process, because while you're working on saving money, which is an actual progressive step towards your ultimate goal, you can be writing down ideas. You could be building the foundation. You can go get that Instagram username, that TikTok username. You could go buy that website domain. You can go get all the other things that you can do right now in the moment. Get that done in the process. If you want to, do a podcast, go ahead and get that list of people you want to interview, right? If you want to go and rent out a building, find out how much it costs. Find out what the investment is. Start looking for people who will buy it, who will sell it, right? Go get the ground information while you're stacking up the money. That way, once you do have the money to walk away from your job, now you can actually just dive right into that new passion that you have. So that was awesome, Roxy. And I, like I said, I commend you on that. I want to talk more about social media specifically, right? Because this is the wave now. And in the times that we're in, right, with social distancing and millions of people losing their jobs, right? And, the vaccine mandates, some people agree with it, some people don't. There's so many different perspectives. A lot of people are looking to the online space to build a business, to create income, to expand their income. So what would you say it actually takes, right? If you had to mix the perfect ingredients for digital entrepreneur success, social media success, what are some of those ingredients that you would make sure, or you would emphasize that people have in their journey, right?
I would say, it's really consistency. Having a plan, make time for the thing that you love, the thing that you want to do. You have to make time for it. I know a lot of people just make excuses as to why that, like, people will come to me, oh my God, I love social media. I want to do this so much. And I want to jump in and, grow and this and that. And I was telling you have to stay consistent. Always look for better ways to improve. But the big thing for me is just consistency. Like, that's the only thing I would really say. Consistency. You need to be consistent. Always do your research, because things are constantly changing on Instagram. You don't know what kind of updates are going on. Constantly do your research. But you have to stay consistent.
I love it.
For sure.
Yeah. Consistency is key. And I agree. I mean, as a content creator myself, I understand the importance of consistency, because I've definitely had pockets of time where I just wasn't being consistent. I'll post today. I wouldn't post for a couple more days. I wouldn't post for a couple of weeks. And then I come back to the platform and expect my community to still love me and appreciate me the same way. And it's like, no, people are going on social media every single day. Once they become a part of the community, they have expectations. They want you and they need you to serve them. And if you don't serve them, they will go somewhere else. Right?
They'll unfollow very quickly.
Exactly. So you have a responsibility, even when you just have one follower. That is an indication that you now have a responsibility to continue to serve. Whether it looks pretty or not, just keep showing up. And over time, you can definitely improve, right?
Absolutely.
So let me ask you, right? Because you've been in the digital entrepreneurship game for some time. You've obviously, you're taking over multiple platforms in social media. Which platform is your personal favorite? Now, all right, naturally, we would assume the one that's paying more money, right? But that may not be the case. So share with us, what is your favorite platform to use and why?
Oh, God. My favorite platform to use would have to be TikTok.
TikTok. Okay.
Yeah. To use, because TikTok is easy. You don't have to post pictures. You don't have to, you just do a video, save it, and upload. That's it. You don't have to edit anything with TikTok. You just make sure you time it perfectly and stuff like that, and do your little recordings, just like reels. And you just post it. You don't have to worry about taking pictures and all these other different things, posting a story and all that, going live and all that. TikTok is just so simple. You just edit a video, you upload the video.
Yes.
And, TikTok pays. I don't know if you know that. TikTok does pay you.
What?
Please tell me you knew that. Please tell me you knew that, Monty.
Listen,
Please.
you gotta forgive me, Raj. You gotta give me some grace, because I don't use told you just a few weeks ago I posted my first
Your face. You're
TikTok
like
video. Yeah. What? But tell me about that. So how do they pay? Is it like advertisements or how does that work?
per views. It's very similar to YouTube-ish. You get paid once a month, and you get paid by the amount of views you accumulate per day.
So what's the benchmark to get paid $1? Like, what's the benchmark views?
I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even know. I just know that once our videos start getting a lot of views, we'll make like $40 a day, $70 a day, $90 one day, $80, depending on how many views we've gotten for that day. So if a video is going viral, we don't even have to post for two or 3 days. So a lot of times, that's what I love about TikTok. You don't have to be as consistent. You don't have to post every single. I mean, you can if you want, but you don't have to post every single day. Like for us, we post maybe like 3 or 4 TikToks per week. If one in particular is going super viral, we won't post for 4 days or so because that's still bringing in money. And then like all of our other videos are getting views. So that's, you know,
oh my goodness,
bringing you in more money.
That's insane. So so as long as you have a video that is performing well, on TikTok,
you'll get paid for it. The requirements are that you do need at least 10,000 follows.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That was going to be
mainly the thing is 10,000, but it's so easy to grow on TikTok. I tell people that all the time. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but I know from experience, because I don't know if I've shared this with you. Our first TikTok page, our couples page, got deleted and removed.
No way.
It got deleted and removed in January. And by that time, we had 350,000 followers.
Why did it get removed?
We violated guidelines.
What, for being too damn cool? Is that what?
Yeah. Well, you know, TikTok has been known to be, you know, like I feel like certain things that Black people do can't get away with it as much. So TikTok has been very known for that.
Wow.
So it was nothing. It was like a video for nothing. And they were completely like removed our account. They didn't give us a chance. We tried to write them, nothing. So finally my husband's just like, let's just start a new one. And I said, we grew 350,000 followers just to start over. Right. And this was in January. And I was like, I absolutely hate this. So we started over.
Devastating. That had to be devastating.
I was devastated.
Talk to me about that. Talk to me about that, because understanding the community guidelines on these different platforms is absolutely important, because there's rules, right? No matter how much value we may bring to a digital space, a social media platform, we're still operating under their rules, right? And even the best of them, if we don't abide by those rules, we can get shut down, and we don't have control. So how did that impact your approach towards social media afterwards, right?
I felt like, dang, you know, at any point this can go downhill, and how are we going to make money? You know, the for sure thing that I like, and that we've said that we're going to get back to posting consistently, is YouTube. We've never had any type of issues like this with YouTube. Instagram, I know people have lost their account on Instagram too. So, you know, YouTube gives you more of a chance to, you know, like write them something to get your account back or something like that, which that's never happened with us on YouTube. But yeah, it definitely affected me, because I felt like, this is pointless. And then this happened in January. I went full time and, you know, end of October. So that happened in January, and I'm thinking, oh my God, like, you know, what now? So, but my husband's like, let's just try to build it from the ground up again. And I was like, no. And for the first month, we couldn't even get 1,000 followers. For the first month. Yeah. Couldn't even get 1,000 followers. And then one day, out of nowhere, like by month 2, I guess all of our community, like our community before, they found us. They're like, oh my God, we've been looking for you guys. And because we had changed up our name. At first it was just Roxy, and then we changed it to Roxy Official. So then they found us, and it just like, it was just like a swarm of bees. They were just like coming in, And then
Wow.
by literally March, we had more than the amount of followers that we had. We had like about like 370,000 by then.
Almost twice as much.
Yes. Yeah. They deleted it at 350 and then we got to 370 and then now it just keeps growing but we're very careful this time. So we're just like certain things I'm like, even though it's harmless, I'm like, I don't know. They may take offense to this, so we're just very careful now with it. But
wow, that's so powerful, right? Just that experience alone and that story is powerful because you built up, right? You and your husband collectively and you even on your own, starting your own page, like you built up such a loyal community
yeah.
that you were able to not just regain your followers, but surpass your previous amount of followers on the account that got terminated. You were able to do that within a short period of time because you had such a loyal, dedicated tribe that they were seeking you out. They were looking for you. And once they turned around and were like, yo, everybody, Roxy and Lee, they over here, y'all, come over here. And it just blew up for you. And now, I mean, your numbers have multiplied times 2. You're pushing towards 1 million followers on the platform. I mean, I think that's extremely important. Number one, perseverance, right? You have to have the ability to persevere through unexpected misfortunes, right? And downfalls. We all experience them in different ways. Sometimes you experience them when you're at your peak and it sucks, but you have to have the intestinal fortitude to say, you know what, I'm going to pick back up and I'm going to go forward and I'm going to go even harder, stronger and smarter than I did last time and succeed. And it's like, like these experiences really, really, really test you. But what's really powerful is just how you built your community so strong, right? Yeah. And that takes time. This is the part about being a digital entrepreneur and a social media influencer or a social media brand, digital brand that I believe most people don't spend enough time trying to understand or trying to learn. They don't appreciate, they don't respect it because, everybody just wants to get those numbers. Having those numbers doesn't mean anything. It's good. It looks good. But at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, if you don't build your rapport with your community, if you don't nurture your community, then you really don't have a community. Like you don't have a community. Yeah. You just have people, you have numbers, you have stats, you have people following you, right? And in anything, I always tell people like whatever type of business or brand or platform you're trying to build in the digital space, like it all stands on the foundation of having a community, right? A collective group of loyal people that will follow you wherever you go. They know you, they like you, and they trust you enough to just go wherever you go, buy whatever it is that you sell, and follow wherever you lead. So, for you, in terms of community building, what are your thoughts on that? And what were the steps that you personally took to build such a strong community? I mean, even outside of the content itself, the actual videos or pictures that you posted, what were the steps that you took to solidify such a strong relationship with your followers, with your community?
So I think you talked about it a little bit, but responding, I literally try to respond to each and every single last comment that we get. And I try to go through even our inbox, which is always full. I try to go through as much as possible and I'll respond to people. And then we started doing like lives once a month here and there and then we'll like allow people to join our lives for like a minute just to say hello. And they were super excited about that. Just responding to people. So just engaging back with them. And I know a lot of, people on our Instagram have said this as well. Like, we really love that you take the time to respond to us. Because you have some people who have such a huge following and they don't respond. They don't say anything. Even folks with smaller followers, they don't engage. They don't build that rapport. Like they just don't. And I always tell people, feel comfortable enough to DM us if you're going through something or, we're always here to talk and we always try to respond as much as we could. So that's
Wow.
one thing that I always do, is I'm always checking my inbox to see if there's a
Mm,
message. So it's not just about videos and stuff like that. So even days when we don't post videos, I'm checking my inbox to see. I'm
mm.
checking the post from last week to see if there was a comment that I missed. So that's what we do.
That's beautiful. Yeah. I mean, that's real dedication. And to hear that someone at this stage, right? At this
Hmm.
stage and this level of success that you've had up to this point, and you still have even more success to claim, the fact that you're over 1 million followers, right? Across all your social media platforms, the fact that at that level, you still take the time to personally check your inbox and respond to people and, engage in conversation, taking a minute out of your day, which is it's just a minute for you, but it means
Yeah.
the world to the people that are getting on these lives with you and talking to you in
Oh
the
yeah.
and bridging the gap, because in social media, you can feel close to people, but at the same time, subconsciously, you're far away, right?
Oh
You
yeah.
feel you're far away. But being able to actually have a moment where you can speak directly to the person who has been putting the content out that you've loved, that you fell in love
Hmm.
with, that you yearn for, you thirst for every single day. You keep checking their page to
Right.
see more of it, to be able to spend a private moment with them or whatever, a live moment with them.
Yeah.
That's huge. And that's something important. I'm glad that you said that, because it really puts into perspective the fact that no matter how successful you get, you can't put yourself on a pedestal, because it's your job to serve your community. You would not, every individual follower that you have in your community, they've contributed to the status that you have as an influencer, as a brand, right?
Exactly.
So no matter what, you have an obligation, a moral obligation, if nothing else, to reach out, to check in, to reply back, to like a comment, right? To comment back and all that type of stuff. Because without them, you wouldn't, we wouldn't be where we're at as successful
Exactly.
digital entrepreneurs. So I just, that's amazing. I'm glad that you shared that, because I think there's a lot of people out there that they're taking meat off the bone, so to speak, and they're shorting themselves because they're not engaging with their community. They're not showing their community that they appreciate them being there, right?
Right.
Aside from just creating content, anybody can create a post and put it up, create a video
Exactly.
and put it up, right? But to take the time and say, hey, you commented on my post, I'm gonna reply back to you. Hey, I'm gonna hit you up in the DMs, check on you real quick. Hey, I'm gonna go over to your page and leave a comment. You know, to do that extra step is the difference maker between brands and businesses and influencers that achieve a lot of success, right, socially and financially, and the ones that actually don't, right? So I'm
So
glad that you said that. And so we talked about one of your your favorite platform is TikTok, right? Because it's simple, is you don't have to do a whole bunch of stuff, you can be creative, you can get things done very quickly, and then there's also a payoff. Just for the people, because I know that there's people listening in on this, right? And they
mhm.
want to know, how people are. They want to know that they want the money question. How much money is she making? Because she got 1 million followers, she got 300,000 here, she got 370,000 there, she got 40,000 here. Like what the numbers look like. So first of all, which platform are you currently generating the most income from?
Instagram.
Instagram.
Hmm.
Okay, so the first platform that you made money from was YouTube, right? And
Right.
then transition to TikTok and Instagram after that. So right now you're making the most money from Instagram. Can you give us,
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
you can give us the ballpark. If you want to get specific, you can, but like on a monthly basis, what do the coins look like? Like what does the bag, how heavy is the bag on a
How
month to
heavy is
month
that?
basis?
It varies, but October, we made a total of about 7 grand. And then the month before, we made 7 grand.
Oh,
The month before that, I think we made about 4 or 5
oh.
grand total, but that's total from all platforms. But the good meat, the good chunk of that is coming from Instagram brand deals. Now,
Wow.
even though, just to give you a good example, because a lot of brands, they don't pay you right then and there when you do a
Right.
sponsorship with them. Some of them have 30
Right.
days, 60 days. So what's nice is that for the month of September and October, I think we posted one brand deal in September. I don't remember us posting any for October. We didn't get any for October on our
Yeah.
couple page. Even though we didn't get any, we still had those brand deals that we did before. So
Right.
then we still made a good chunk of that money.
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
so for example, like last month, a good chunk of that money came from a brand deal that we did like a month, 2 months ago. So we're
Yeah.
still getting money in. And then on top of that, so it's basically the incomes are coming from both Instagram accounts. We
Yeah.
have 2 YouTube channels and then TikTok. Yeah. So that's
Wow.
what everything's combining. And then our ebook free. That's
And then
the
you have the ebook, and so you also have a tangible product a digital product as well.
yes.
So
That started in September. Mm-hmm.
so you're getting anywhere between 4 to 5 figures a month off of social media alone, right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
this is just the tip of the iceberg for you, right?
Yes.
So you're just getting started. Now, these brand deals that you're getting, is it a majority you reaching out to them, or is it a majority of them reaching out to you and saying, hey, we like y'all, we think y'all are perfect for our product, whatever, we want to work with you? So which one is it more of?
More of them reaching out. I do know like 2 big brands that we did. Like our very first big brand that we did was, I think it was Papa John's.
Wow.
And what I did was, so before we actually started getting like the big bucks on Instagram, I had this theory. I was like, okay, I think that if we start posting with some of our favorite food places or stuff like that, like post really cute pictures as if it is an ad, and then tagging the brand and then also messaging the brand after just to show them that, hey, we do really love using your product,
Ooh.
or we do really love eating your food.
Ooh.
That will show them that we can do it. It also shows them a picture that, hey, they can actually do this. So
Yes.
we did that with Papa John's and McDonald's.
Are you familiar with Instagram Reels? If so, then you know it has become the most dominating form of content for people to consume on the platform, which means that if you are a brand owner, an influencer, you need to start doing Instagram Reels so that you can 10x, 100x, and 1000x your reach, your growth, and your income. If you are struggling with Instagram Reels, struggling to get engagement, struggling to get a lot of views, listen, I want to help you. Click the link in my Instagram bio and join the Reel community. It is a private community where content creators can support each other's reels, give each other engagement, and I can share tips, strategies, ideas, and give live feedback on your Instagram reels to help you evolve as a content creator so that you can get to the next level. So follow me on Instagram, click the link in my bio, join the Reel community, and I look forward to helping you grow. All right. Back to the episode.
So with both of those, it worked. I was like, okay, that actually really worked. So lately we haven't been getting much these past couple months, but I think, and I don't know if it has anything to do with us not really, we haven't done anything like that in a while.
Right.
Right. So I'm like kind of thinking, okay, should we get back to doing that? Should we go out and seek to do show product placement and tag the brand and then reach out to them just to show them that, hey, we can do this. But yeah, so that's how it worked out with both Papa John's and McDonald's. Reached out to Papa John's. They gave me an email. They liked the picture, and then I pitched to them and I didn't hear anything for 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks later, they messaged back like, hey, we want to work with you.
That's incredible.
Same thing with McDonald's. McDonald's took like 2 months and then reached back out. And I was like, what the heck?
Wow. And these are huge.
Yeah, these are big brands.
Mm-hmm. These are big brands. So I mean, even the 2-month wait for McDonald's in essence isn't that long, because I'm sure they're getting thousands of requests, thousands of photos that they're being tagged in, thousands of DMs. But in that time span, they found yours, they looked at it. They're actually paying attention to their DMs, to their email, which is extremely important for everybody listening to understand. Like, don't think that these big brands aren't paying attention. They hire a team to go through those DMs, to go through those emails.
Oh yeah.
And like I said, after 2 months, they circle back around. But what I appreciate is you just gave us the game. You just dropped some gems on strategy. Like, yo, all right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this product from this brand that we want to work with. We're gonna take the dopest photos. We'll take the dopest videos, edit them, polish them up, whatever, make it look professional as if it's already an advertisement. We're going to post it up. We're going to tag the brand, and then we're going to message them personally to say, hey, what's up? I love your brand. I'm posting content on your brand. And if you like what you see, we could do this more often. Now, you're going to have to pay me to do it more often, but we could do this more often. So that's kind of the gist of it. And now, are you asking for the money in the initial message, or is it more like, hey, this is a quick introduction, I like your brand, email me if you want to work together?
No, I don't ask for money right then and there. I just kind of say, with the big brands, I'm just like, there's no way, they're just not gonna pay you. So I just let them know, hey, my husband and I personally love your, a lot of times I don't like starting the message with hello, because I feel like that's so generic and like
spammy.
They won't read it. Yeah, spammy, they won't read it. So I'll start off with something like, my husband and I absolutely love your product. That way they can read it, and maybe they're thinking it's some kind of feedback or something. I don't know. So they'll read it. So I'll just say, hey, my husband and I absolutely love using your product. Here's a recent photo that we took. Our audience really loved it. You can take a look at the insights. I've attached the insights for you, just so you can see how well it did. So I'll give them I gave them insights on how well it posted.
That's dope.
And how our audience responded to it and the engagement that we got from it. And then I'll say, we would absolutely love to work with you. Is there someone or an email that you can provide us so that we can pitch to brand? And then if they want to work with you, they'll give you an email. But Papa John's gave us an email very easily. So did McDonald's. They gave us an email as well. They said that McDonald's said they weren't looking for anyone, but then eventually they got back.
When they saw the stats and they saw that content, they said, you know what? We got a couple big on the hold real quick.
Yeah, you have to get them to agree. Like even once you get the email, the first email that you send out, I don't put price in that either.
Facts. Yeah.
I just tell them, just again reiterating how much we love them, how much we want to work with them, and then I'll pitch an idea to them, just to kind of like paint a picture of what I would want to do. And then I also tell them, your suggestions are welcome. Like if you have any other suggestions for us, let us know that you want us to do. And then once they actually agree, or they say that they want to work with us, or they have a campaign specific that they want us to promote, after they give us the details, then we talk figures. Okay. Then you get into it, because now I have you. Now I know that you're interested.
Yeah.
So now let's talk money.
Absolutely.
That's my strategy. I don't know how other people do it, but that's just the way I see it. Because if I come out of the gate just asking for money, I wouldn't want to work with nobody like that. So that's my strategy.
You scared them away. You just laid out the game for everybody. Anybody who's listening to this, if you didn't have a pen and paper, you better play this bad boy back 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20 times, because Roxy just dropped all the gems, man. And I love that approach, man. Just having everything already set up, having the vision set up, having concept ideas ready to present to them, to show them, hey, I'm not just here. I'm not just cute. I'm not just fly. I'm not just smart. But I'm going to make your job easier. I'm going to come with ideas, and all you got to do is just give me the platform, give me the product, whatever it is, and I'm going to go ahead and work my magic. And obviously that's working out big time for you. So congratulations to you on that. And that, the biggest, I don't even know if you're able to disclose. If you can't, that's fine. But the biggest deal that you've landed, you said Papa John's and McDonald's was the biggest ones. What was the payout? What was the requirement? What did you have to do for the gig? And then what was the payout for you?
So we've worked with we worked at a few big brands. Those are just our first few ones, but we worked with like Mr. Clean. We worked with, I can't remember, Ally Financial. I can't remember the other ones off rip. But I can't say which brand.
No, that's fine.
Unfortunately, I can't say which brand, but the biggest payout that we got was $10,000 for, yeah.
$10,000
10,000, yeah. And that's
from
nothing
one
compared
brand deal.
to, yeah, and that's nothing compared to what other people are saying they get paid. And once we've seen that, I'm just like, okay, there's a lot of money to be made here. I know people claim they make a lot, and I believe them. And there are people making way more with less followers. It's just
Right.
quality of the content, what they're, you know, that it can happen. It can totally happen. Like for example, like the glasses that I did today, I had to do a review of some glasses. I actually posted a picture with glasses on like 2 months ago. 2 months ago, with no intention of trying to do that. And then two glasses companies reached out to me. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, I've been complaining about not getting much brand deals lately, but maybe I need to start doing more stuff like that. So hopefully that'll open up some more doors for the rest of the year, because the best time to get paid with brand deals is during the holidays. So FYI.
Absolutely.
Big bucks during the holidays.
And the thing is, when the brands are coming to you, that price can go up a little bit, right? Because it's a little different. You reaching out to the brand, it's them coming out to you with the intention. So it's already confirmed that they want you. Now it's a matter of talking about how bad they want you, and that's when you can really.
It depends on what all they're asking for, because some brands will ask you to whitelist, which is they want to advertise it. Some brands will ask you to have rights to the content, which means that they can use it on their platform or whatever other platforms for a certain amount of time. And then they can also ask to have exclusivity, which means that you can't work with competitors for 3 months or 2 months. So then you can charge more for that. So if you're going to tell me I can't work with your competitors, then you're going to have to compensate for that.
Right. Yeah. So what is your favorite type of brand partnership or brand collaboration? And, you know, what are the parameters of it, right? Because obviously they can be paying you to just take one picture, to do a video, to do, you know, a story post, a carousel post, a reel post. So what is your favorite type of brand partnership in terms of the structure, and one that you would recommend for anybody listening that is an influencer or is looking to become an influencer in any space?
My favorite is just the carousel post. It's just so much easier, in my opinion. A video just requires so much time. A carousel post is definitely my favorite and my go-to, and a carousel with a story. That's my go-to. But I'm not going to offer a video, but if you really want a video, then you're going to have to pay me more for a video, obviously, because it's more work. But that's definitely my favorite. It's just a carousel post.
Carousel post. All right. Y'all better take. That's dope right there. I love that. So just to kind of, you know, work towards wrapping it up and bringing it to a close, what is along this journey? Because you talked about when you lost your account, and I know that was a huge obstacle for you. At this particular time in your journey, what are some of the obstacles that you've seen in your life, in as an influencer, as a, you know, a digital influencer, a social media influencer? What are some of the obstacles that you see right now in this stage? How are you overcoming them? And what is some advice that you would give to, you know, anybody listening to this who wants to prepare for obstacles that they may come across when they get into this journey?
One of the obstacles lately has been not getting as much brand deals coming in. So that's definitely been a struggle. So I'm trying to like refocus, and but we just have so much going on with trying to move and all this stuff right now. So it's like a lot. So I'm trying to refocus my energy and just reaching out to brands. I'm reaching out to them now. Some of them will definitely reach out. but they're not willing to pay like what we're worth. And I'm just like, I'm not doing
Uh,
all that work for nothing.
right.
Um,
So it's not
and
even that.
I'm
Not
not
even
stressed. Huh?
sorry, sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off. But it's not even that you're not getting brand deals, because I want people to understand, like, it's not like there's nobody interested. It's just that you now know your worth. And
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah.
settling for less. You could be taking brand deals for a couple dollars here, a couple coins there, but you
Yeah.
know your worth, so you're not settling for less. Is that right?
Exactly. That's correct. Like people will ask to do something for $500 or $1,000, and I'm like, we have like 740,000 followers. Why would you want us to expose your
Oh,
content, your product to that many followers for this amount of money? And I'm just like, no, it's not even worth it. So I'm just like, I'm just not going to do it. And I had a set goal for myself when I became full-time creator. I was like, okay, I want to make $50,000 my first year. That is my goal. I don't know if I'm going to reach it, but that is my goal. But so far, and I know we have a couple more things lined up, but so far we actually tallied this up like 2 days ago. We counted everything up, and we made $51,000 for the year so far. And I was like, oh my God,
that's,
I'm so happy about that.
that's, oh,
Um, and I want to make more next year, but it was a goal, and I'm just glad
you
that
will.
we made it to that goal. So
You will. You will. That congratulations on that. There's
thank
still
you.
2 whole months
I
left
know, yeah,
in 2021, y'all.
I
So
know.
keep on stacking. I keep on
Yes,
stacking that up, tallying
definitely,
it up, and set the bar even higher for next year. And
absolutely.
I love it. I appreciate that. And so, yeah, so one last piece of advice that you give to everybody here that wants to be a digital entrepreneur, wants to get into social media, branding, influencing. One last tip from Roxy. And I also want you to let people know where they can find you to tap into your amazing, hilarious, creative, just incredible content, and just stay in the loop with you and be a part of your community as well.
Awesome, thank you. One piece of advice would be to do your research,
Mm.
and stay consistent. I know I keep repeating that, but it's true. Do your research, stay consistent, stay up to date with everything, because social media is constantly changing. So you want to stay up to date. And if you want more insight or you need a little bit more help, if you're really serious, my Instagram is Roxslay Official. That's ROXSLAY and then official. And that is my name on YouTube. It's my name on Instagram and TikTok. So I've kept the same name across the platform.
Like
So
boss. I love it. Roxy, appreciate you so much. Y'all make sure you go
thank
follow
you.
Roxy on all platforms. You will not be disappointed at all. Incredibly talented human being, and just scratching the tip of the iceberg, y'all. So make sure you follow Roxy on all platforms. You can check the caption. You could check the links and all that stuff that I'm going to attach. And make sure you subscribe to the Move Maker podcast to tune into more amazing conversations with people like Roxy. Appreciate you so much,
Thank you
Queen.
so much for having me.
Yeah, not a problem at all. You're amazing. So we're going to go ahead and tune out, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's grow. Move
Bye.
Maker podcast with Monty. We are out. God bless.
Bye.
Thanks for watching this episode, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss out on more amazing conversations that we're going to have in this season. My name is Monty, and I hope that this episode inspires you to turn your passion into profits in the online space. With that said, I'll see you again next time. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's grow. Peace.